With no McGuinness, it's going to be James Hillier who will be first on the road as he gets gingerly away off the start line.
500cc Yamaha. This race's machines, 500cc, built pre-1973, pre-1968 for the two-strokes.
As Lee Johnston gets away also on a 500, there's a mix of 350s in this field as well, as Hillier goes over Ago's Leap. Next away, number 5, Jamie Coward.
Tucked in, it's so important, these bikes, they're low on horsepower, so it's so important to stay streamlined, head down, elbows in.
And it's not just about the sights, it's also the sounds as well in this race.
Yeah, they're quite incredible, these machines. Really old machinery, but whoa, they still get lively.
That's Dominic Herbertson. We're now riding with Lee Johnston.
Rear-facing camera on board his Yamaha, looking at him using all the road, trying to carry that speed. You don't have the horsepower to shut the throttle off, you've got to keep it rolling.
Mike Brown is away.
Another rider on a single-cylinder Norton.
With the man who's first on the road, James Hillier. He was 6th fastest in qualifying. Here comes Brown over Agos.
Oh, listen to that single-cylinder 500, absolutely purring away.
So riding with Michael Sweeney on the Honda CB500, someone you wouldn't associate with classic racing, but they just want to race around this magnificent course.
Look at the boys there going through that corner. They really adopt a riding technique similar to Moto 3, tucked in. It's all about that corner speed.
So they're coming through Glen Helen for the very first time. This is riding with Ian Locker. Oh, and he's just been passed.
It's a pattern. The zip passed up the inside. I'm not sure who's on board.
It could be Benetti. It could be Stefano Benetti.
Oh, we know how fast he is. Italian rider aboard that Italian-made motorcycle.
So Lee Johnston, who was second at Glen Helen, Stefano Benetti is the early race leader, 3 seconds. Dominic Herbertson's in third.
Benetti having a glance down, maybe just checking there's no oil on the toe of his boots. It's a common thing to do when you're racing these older classics. But listen to the single cylinder of Jamie Coward. A lot lower revving, those machines are quite a disadvantage compared to the multi-cylinder competition. So corner speed even more important for those bikes.
Well, off bridge, it was 6,000ths of a second between Stefano Benetti and Lee Johnston. And Lee Johnston still with James Hillier now behind him again. So this is the climb then out of Ramsey up into the gooseneck. And coming into the bungalow, Herbertson's up in the second. He's ahead of Lee Johnston. Benetti still leads. And Hillier, well, if he thought he was going to smoke the opposition. And here comes the man still leading, Stefano Benetti. And he is 2.5 seconds. Johnston's now into second. We're on lap 2 of 3 of the Classic Senior race at the Manx Grand Prix. And Lee Johnston trying to pull in the race leader, Stefano Benetti, number 10. Here's Hillier still going strong. Here's Ian Locker, though. It's game over for Ian Locker. Stefano Benetti, 1.1 seconds ahead of Lee Johnston. So Lee Johnston's taken another 1.5 seconds out of the Italian.
So they're multi-cylinder machines here. They're producing up near 70 horsepower, where the single-cylinder 500 is only producing about 50.
And here is the man who continues to lead, Stefano Benetti. Here they come. Once more interview at the bungalow. Here is Lee Johnston.
Is absolutely wringing the neck of that Yamaha. This is once again old school classic bikes. The only electronics on board would be the stop switch and the tacho.
And Lee Johnston, having taken the lead at Ramsey, can he keep Stefano Benetti back in second place? Here comes Dominic Herbertson still, and also giving Jamie Coward that tow, continuing to tow Jamie along.
Yeah, Jamie will make the most of this if he can, as the twin-cylinder machine ahead will have a higher top speed, so he'll try to get in that slipstream.
But Stefano Benetti, having led for the first half of this race, then finding himself, I don't know if he'll have had a board or not, but certainly back at Ramsey, he was gone back into second place. But here comes Lee Johnston across the line. So 1 lap to go. We'll have to wait for Stefano Bonetti to see where he is. But 110.34 miles an hour for Lee Johnston at the end of that lap as here comes James Hillier.
See that setting sun in the afternoon, trying to see through that visor with lots of bugs. That wouldn't be easy.
But it's Johnston from Bonetti, from Herbertson, from Hillier, from Brown, from Coward.
Oh, back with Lee Johnston.
7.2 seconds his advantage at the end of lap 2 over Stefano Bonetti. Here's the man in 4th place, James Hillier.
Yeah, it's about now in this last lap, these older bikes might start talking to them, saying, come on, just bring me home, we'll give you a rest, we'll give you an oil change, just a few miles to go.
Jamie Coward still holding 6th place. Got to wait for Bonetti to come through though. So where is, in fact there he is, so he's past Dominic Herbertson.
Oh, sounded like a bit of clutch slip there, Dave, on Dominic Herbertson's Yamaha.
So Lee Johnston, but Bonetti is closing. Stefano Bonetti is closing. Is there enough road left in this race for Lee Johnston to win? James Hillier still providing us with pictures. Still trying to chase down Herbertson for 3rd and get a place on the podium.
Got Jamie Coward on the Manx Nortons. It's a British single cylinder up against the multi-cylinder Japanese and Italian bikes.
So with Lee Johnston then out of the laugh. Coming up to Ballacry. And here comes James Hillier, still plenty of blue smoke.
Yeah, it seems to be more when he's off the throttle than on the throttle.
Oh, no, 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 no. Dominic Herbertson, who was in 3rd place. So out of Ramsey for the final time. And Stefano Bonetti reel in the race leader. Through he goes. He continues to close. 3.6 seconds the gap between Lee Johnston and Stefano Bonetti at Ramsey hairpin. And here comes Johnston through the bungalow.
Those conditions absolutely fantastic in this late afternoon race. You see the pattern winding its way through the bungalow.
Lee Johnston crosses the line, takes a checkered flag, 111 mile an hour. And Stefano Bonetti will have to settle for 2nd.
And an incredible 3rd place by Mike Brown on the ES2 Norton.
Yeah, fantastic result for Mike Brown. Stefano Bonetti in 2nd with Lee Johnston the race winner.